Um, Tim, you want to go? I got a laundry list of things I want to ask her.
I'm just curious, just in the sense of how things have changed for you and your business. I mean, because like the topic of the day for the last couple of weeks has been we can't find enough people. There's a labor shortage. So has that also been a great timing aspect for you and your business as well?
Yes and no. I mean, we are not safe from anything happening in the labor force, right? And so there are, just by nature of who we hire, right? Women most often, or men with now kids in the house, right? Working from home. So we have had to make changes and to like increase our recruitment, put more money behind it, letting people know about our remote jobs. And also because more jobs are remote, right? So before, like we had a little bit of a competitive space, especially in who we serve in military connected talent. But we do hire, outside of that talent pool, and that we were kind of like, we had the remote jobs. Now everybody has remote jobs. So even though the need is there and people are understanding it more, it's almost more of a competitive landscape for, okay, where do I want to work remotely? So it's been double-edged sword, and just, we know what we're doing. We've done it before. We can build great remote teams, but now people have more options, and just figuring out structurally and, strategically, like how we continue to stay on the front end of that.
I mean, I know me personally, if I had a labor shortage that I had X amount of positions that I had to fill, I would want to leverage you and Instant Teams because you have been there, you have done it, you know what it takes in order to be successful.
You know what that sounds like to me, though? Is your competitive advantage changed? Like, that is really like Chick-fil-A saying my pleasure and all the other fast food restaurants starting to steal that.
Yeah.
Like, as ridiculous as a comparison is that it is, like, forever that was their thing, right? And forever this was your thing.
Yeah.
And it changed because everyone was like, I need that because this is what makes them different.
Right.
And they were like, no. All we're going to do is not say it as much anymore. And we're going to ask you what your name is first, and we'll still be fine.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
it's just wild. Like, it's wild to think that. Like, I just had to say that because I think it's ridiculous.
No, and I put myself in the Chick-fil-A position, I guess. Like, you're kind of like, oh, now everybody's going to be interested, right? It's almost kind of like this like eye roll moment, like, okay, now everybody recognizes, or now everybody thinks it's important. And, it's just one of those like personal channeling of frustration moments. But yeah, and I mean, that is our value to our customers, right? Companies across the nation are struggling for talent, don't have the means or the access to remote talent. And really, that is a part of our round coming up, is that, what we do now is mostly managed services, meaning we have our own technology that allows us to put the teams together, build the team, manage the teams. But what the past 18 months has showed us is the demand for remote talent overall. So our 2.0 is the technology becoming like a remote talent marketplace and allowing people and companies to be able to come and find remote talent. So that's the evolution that has come from the lessons of the past 18 months.
I mean, I would love it if you had the relationship in place where you can say the top 5 skills that are needed right now are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I would love to hear whatever those, maybe the top couple skills that are in demand right now. But then being able to go to local community colleges or local universities and saying, hey, you all need to start teaching this stuff because this is what's in demand right now. So please start doing it. I mean, is that on your roadmap, or do you track that data?
100%. And that is a part of, I start to get excited, right? Like, this is where we're going. Like, we just need the money and the round to get there, is the gap. So whether it's just pure digital readiness, what are digital skills? What is having, 4 Chrome browsers up at the same time look like on a screen? Like, they're just very basic things that some people don't understand, but have amazing skill sets that just need a new function or a new way to demonstrate those as an employee. So a lot of training. And what we've seen a lot of is like tech support, customer support, tiered, right? Not necessarily, we have entry-level teams, we have mid-tier teams, we have top-tier teams. So there's, a spread of where the talent can come in, where they can go, where they can start. But the customer support, tech support, sales, operations, like these things that can be done 100% remotely. Now people are like, oh, well, there's value there. Like, who do we need and how do we get there? So training will be involved. Like, the workforce development full circle has really been a vision of ours from day one. We just, got to build the process to get there. But yeah, the marketplace model, the remote talent, the training to get people into these specific lanes, that's all coming.
As someone who's been directly involved within the startup community for almost a decade, I want to talk to you about a serious pain point. Spending a ton of time trying to understand the business landscape in the 757. That's time that should be focused on growing the business. At StartWheel, we're here to help you by compiling all of the news you need to know about in one place. Now there's no need to search multiple websites. Just head to startwheel.org and see for yourself. That's startwheel.org.